Welcome and thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports as we get ready to go with our Saturday night presentation. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Toronto Raptors. Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Toronto Raptors. On Monday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Wednesday, they kick off a road trip to Charlotte, where they'll take on the Hornets.
And that game against the Kings, that one will be the 7th on the season for them. The team will still be looking to improve each time they take the floor.
So the Raptors starting 5. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Grady Dick, and it's Ingram in at the 3, the small forward. And for Minnesota, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle, and it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And here's Minnesota now. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
They should have steamrolled this club last year, but that's not how it played out.
Now here's Edwards. Back to Conley. 4-3. Drills it from deep.
Just a veteran play by Conley there, giving the D no time to react off the catch.
Outside Dick. Outside Ingram. Barnes with a screen on McDaniels. 6 to shoot. Here's Ingram. And the step-back jumper is good.
Well, Ingram working that versatility there as the ball handler in the pick-and-roll game.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Outside Edwards. From downtown. Hits the trifecta.
Especially when you give them that kind of room.
And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. 4-point game. Barnes with a screen on Conley. The 3 from Quickly. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Randle. 23 points his last outing. And the shot goes in.
Well, it's like Gobert's got magnets in his hands. He's led the league in rebounding before in his career.
Outside Barnes. Pass to Ingram. Shot from the wing. And another basket for Toronto.
Offensively, they've been pretty sharp. 3 for 4 so far.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive too.
Here's Pirtle. Kicks it out to Barnes. Picked by Pirtle. Barnes with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Second chance effort. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Edwards, a pass to Conley. They grab their own miss. Gobert gets the bucket.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. All right, now let's have a look at who was really dominating the boards last season. Second is Rudy Gobert.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Pass to Barnes. Now quickly. Ingram finds quickly. This one for three. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Gobert. Randall outside. Shoots over Barnes. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
And yeah, Randall is absolutely a threat from in between. Something that D has to recognize and adjust accordingly.
Pirtle against Gobert. Double by Randall. Pass to Pirtle. That shot off the mark. Good D by Gobert. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for Minnesota. And Stan, after they traded for Rudy Gobert, it took some time for the Wolves to gel.
It did, Brian. He's a unique player, and it's a process. But obviously a 14-win improvement last season. They have found their identity as a defensive juggernaut.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Randall. Back to Conley. Right side Edwards. Shoots from the baseline. Pirtle grabs a miss. Toronto trailing. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. We got to talking about Brandon Ingram, and I asked how coach thought they might limit him tonight. Coach told me, well, there's nothing we can do about his size and his length, so we're hoping just to frustrate him and keep him off balance by getting up in his business and contesting shots. Hopefully that plan pans out for them. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Now here's Quickly. In his last outing with 12 points.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Gobert to the left side wing. Gobert with a screen on Barnes. Here's Randall. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Quickly. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
McDaniels is such a disruptive defender. Inside, outside, he's a pest everywhere.
Now here's Conley. He had 9 points in his last time out. Now here's Edwards. Guarded by Dick. Shot is good by Edwards.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Ingles comes in for Julius Randle. Minot's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And Toronto also making a switch. Barrett's checked in. Pass to Quickly. No good.
And gearing up for the alley-oop, just couldn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync there. Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Here's DiVincenzo following the bucket by the Raptors. Pass to Edwards. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Edwards has got 9.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
DiVincenzo against Quickly. Barrett. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Pass to Reed. Over Pirtle. And again, it's Minnesota converting. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Trailing by 2. And DiVincenzo comes to help. Good chance here for Ingram. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Ingles, no good. Toronto's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Quickly from outside. The offensive rebound. And DiVincenzo comes to help. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
Edwards with it. 9 points in the game. Outside, Ingles. Sinks it from distance. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Ingram. Back to Barnes. Outside Barrett. Just 5 to shoot. There's 39 seconds left in the opening quarter. Off with the layup. Pass to Ingles. Launches a 3. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
These are his first free throws of the game. That one's off. And the second free throw is good. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Raptors trail by 4. Here's Shed. It's Barrett on the wing. On target from range. Barrett's got 7 points in the game.
You love when Barrett starts to feel it from downtown.
Now DiVincenzo. There's the triple. No luck on that one. Here's Shed. No good on the buzzer beater. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Timberwolves ahead, leading by a point. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And not only that, they're off to a pretty hot start shooting from outside. They seem locked in tonight.
Minnesota has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Grady Dick, R.J. Barrett out there with Chris Boucher, and it's Abaji in at the power forward.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Boucher with it. Randall's in his pocket. Here's Shed. Good work defensively by Randall. Pass to Shannon. Back to Reed. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Chalk up 2 there. And now a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, really not where you expect Reed to shoot from, but he clearly made the right choice by taking that shot.
Boucher outside. Dick with it. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot. Here's Randall. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Shannon. 3-pointer off the mark. Raptors trail by 3. Barrett passes to Boucher and finished off by Boucher.
And a nice find by Barrett. He has a complete game.
And so Randall will bring it up for Minnesota. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. The 3, DiVincenzo. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. And the Timberwolves lead by 4. And so here is Toronto. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. Over to the wing. Here's Boucher for 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. For 3, Randall. It's rebounded by Barrett. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Here's Shed. DiVincenzo covering. Boucher outside. Takes a 3. Called in by DiVincenzo.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pure from 3-point range. DiVincenzo's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
Yeah, they know they should have played better in that run. Not quite sure what happened.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner. Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Pass to Dick. Here's Agbaji. Fires the three. Counted from distance. Agbaji's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there are so many great players. Michael, LeBron. Well, let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And some changes here for the Raptors. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Agbaji. And Brandon Ingram is subbed in for Dick. And here's Alexander Walker. Yet to see a basket. Releases. And it falls all over the rim and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Woo, I love it.
Doubled by Randall. It's Barrett on the wing. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Minnesota leading by 3. Conley looking for an opening. Randall against Poeltl. Tries to break his ice. Randall can't hit.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
Here's Shed. Pass to Ingram. He nails it, and we're tied. Ingram's got 7.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. Out to the right wing. Randall, the pass to Alexander Walker. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists in the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Well, Coach, Minnesota turning back the clock last year. Most of their lineups had multiple bigs.
Yeah, and we saw how effective it was, especially on defense. Minnesota led the league in defensive rating by a wide margin, and that length was a key factor.
The first free throw is good. Some changes for Toronto. Scotty Barnes comes in for Boucher, and it's Dick in for Barrett. Raptors are in the middle of a rebuild and are looking to establish an identity here.
Yeah, they've got some solid young pieces, specifically Scotty Barnes. They just need more experience and some time in order to learn what it takes to win at this level.
Now here's Randall. Shoots over Barnes. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. 6 points for him. Raptors trail by 3. Conley comes with a double team. Ingram, the pass to Poeltl. Now Barnes. Now here's Ingram. Kicks it out to Barnes. Fires from deep. Alexander Walker grabs the board. Minnesota's gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Outside Conley. Pass to Ingles. Clock at 6. Here's Gobert. Rebound Toronto. Barnes has got 5 rebounds in the game. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Barnes has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Inside is where Barnes is most effective, taking point-blank shots.
Randall outside. And Grady Dick gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Minnesota with some changes. Miller's checked in for Randall. McDaniels comes in for Ingles. And it's Edwards in for Alexander Walker. Quickly is checked in for Toronto. Outside Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Dick from the arc. Ooh, nice shot by Miller. Miller's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, you can see that Edwards isn't trying to do it all on his own. He's also looking for shots for others out there.
Miller comes with a double. Here's Dick. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Dick's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Pass to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Dick. A shot from the high post. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Dick. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Minnesota's gotten only 4 of 9 from beyond the arc here in the second. To the middle. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning. Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
And Minnesota with possession here. Following the bucket by the Raptors. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Barnes has got 4 points this quarter.
And Barnes doesn't back down from anyone, embracing the contact on the way up.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Outside Edwards. The triple hit for Edwards.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Quickly. That's his 4th miss in 7 shots.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Pass to Edwards. Takes the 3. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. And it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, it might not be fair, but most nights we expect Edwards to put up big scoring numbers. That's what you ask of your stars.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Minnesota. They lead by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Before we go any further, a look ahead to the games yet to be played tonight. Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every team in the league, so I'd like to ask him first, Ernest.
Well, everybody wanted me, Kenny. Don't be jealous. I say L.A. is way up there. You know, because you're always home. Especially during the 3P days. It was very, very hot there.
Yeah, you kind of set yourself up for that one, Jeff.
I know.
And in our game with the Raptors, a close, entertaining first half.
Facing good shooters, you have to extend your defense early in the clock. Let those guys drain a few and get into rhythm. You're toast with the butter and the jelly.
Avocado toast.
Ooh, I like that too, Jet.
Don't put your diet on me, Kenny.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo, then it's Miller, and it's Garza in at the center position, locking down the middle. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Raptors trail by 5. Outside Barnes. Miller comes with a double. And here's Ingram outside. Miller pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Back to Edwards. Shoots over Barnes. Edwards can't hit. Toronto shooting a solid 47%. And DiVincenzo comes to help. Barnes finds quickly. And here's Ingram from the arc. Minnesota with a rebound.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Miller on the wing. Off target with the 3. Raptors trail by 5. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offense in transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special.
I don't know how Edwards does it. It's a blend of skill, finesse, and a little bit of luck that went down.
Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
What's up?
They throw good. Edwards will stand in this league. The opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick. bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Outside Edwards. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, after draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in the second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
DiVincenzo driving. And now looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here's a view of which teams last year got after it with their shot blocking. 5th, the Timberwolves.
Well, last season, this was a team that prided itself on protecting the rim. They were not an easy group to score on inside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. DiVincenzo against Quickly. To the inside. Here's Barnes. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
And this is why Barnes was the number 4 overall pick in the 2021 draft. His ceiling is high.
Pass to McDaniels. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Connects from downtown. DiVincenzo's got 4 points this quarter.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Barnes finds Pirtle. Here's Barnes. He's got 15. And DiVincenzo comes to help. Quickly with the ball. DiVincenzo picks him up. Releases from 15. And no good, trying to use the glass. Minnesota leading by 5. Pass to Edwards. Outside, DiVincenzo. Off target from three-point range. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Here's Ingram. Gets it to go from the corner. Ingram's got 9.
Well, that's his game. Ingram is so comfortable on the catch and shoot.
Now here's DiVincenzo. 10 points for him. Miller, the pass to Gobert from behind the arc. Miller can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Barnes. There's the drive.
He has so much athleticism. Barnes explodes off the floor for the big jam.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Minnesota has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Pass to Gobert. Picked by Gobert. Edwards for 3. Ooh, once again off the mark by Minnesota. Barnes passes to Ingram. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Anthony Edwards. Coach, when you talk to Ingram's teammates, they always bring up his remarkable work ethic.
Well, Brian, Brandon Ingram works hard. He loves the game. He wants to be great. He spends a lot of his free time studying the game instead of just hanging out and doing other things.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach, but when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Outside Conley. McDaniels passes to Reed. Hurdle with some nice D. For Toronto, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Quickly drives in. Can't connect from short range. And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And he drives in. Misses from short range.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Now here's Dick, guarded closely. Back to Ingram. McDaniels with some nice D.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Right side Reed. Over Pirtle. Minnesota again missing. The Raptors with a lead. Ingram with the ball. He's got 11. Pass to Quickly. Pirtle with a screen on Edwards. The 3 from Quickly. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game. Now McDaniels. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Reed finds Miller. Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards just bullying his way inside.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Toronto's gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Julius Randle's checked in for Miller. Minot comes in for McDaniels. And it's Alexander Walker in for Anthony Edwards. Pass to Barnes. Here's Abaji from deep. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Reed's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Conley. He's got 5. Over Barrett. It's not going to go for him.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Minnesota in the lead. And here's Conley. Randall deciding where to go with it. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Randall. Pulls it from the top of the key. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Randall's got 8.
No hesitation from the big man, Randall. I mean, this is how confident of a shooter he is.
And here's Barnes. The 3, Barrett. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Conley passes to Randall. Shoots over Barnes. Randall, good. 10 points for him.
Just a smart veteran play by Conley. Making sure the ball gets to the guy with the best shot available.
It's Barrett on the wing. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Out left to the wing. Randall left side. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Now here's Conley. 5 points in the game. Pass to Randall. Puts up a 3. And the three-pointer goes. Here's Shed. 1:05 left to play in the 3rd quarter here. Now Barnes. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
To the right side. Randall against Barnes. Randall inside. He's off on that one. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Hurdle with the bucket.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
32 seconds left in the 3rd. Conley with the ball. The 3-ball. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Barnes has got rebound number 11. Banked it in off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Raptor lead.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Pass to Minot from outside the arc. The shot misses. And so it's Scotty Barnes making things happen for Toronto. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Toronto leading by 6. So for Toronto right now, we've got Chris Boucher, R.J. Barrett out there with Walter. Then there's James Wiseman, and it's Abaji in at the small forward.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And it's blocked. Here they come with numbers in transition. Takes a 13-footer, and the basket by Abaji. And the Raptors lead by 11.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
Ingles, a screen on Barrett. Edwards. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Abaji can't hit. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. Left side Ingles. Pass to Edwards. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Edwards has got 9 points here in the second half. Raptors lead by 9. Now here's Wiseman. Here's Abaji. Beyond the arc. Kept alive. Here's Boucher. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Well, the mid-range has been open for them, so you've got to take what the defense gives, and that's been a great attack in this situation.
Well, in addition, I love their passing. I mean, they're buying into that team concept. That's hard to get out of your young guys.
Free throw drops for Boucher. Some changes for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert comes in for Reed, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Conley. Toronto making a switch here. That one misses. Timberwolves trail by 10. Pass to Edwards. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
And DiVincenzo comes to help. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul of the game. And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Barrett passes to Abaji.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Here's Minot. Outside, Ingles. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Barrett. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
Well, defensively, all eyes are on Edwards, and that creates opportunities for others.
Raptors lead by 5. Gobert with the double. Boucher outside. And finished off by Boucher.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Some solid defense from Barrett.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Good D by Gobert.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Shot is good by Edwards.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
Pass to Boucher. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. No good on the free throw. McDaniels is checked in for Minnesota. So Toronto going with almost an entirely new group here. And he sinks the second.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Edwards can't hit. Toronto's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to Quickly. And here's Ingram. Back to Quickly. Here's Walter. Here's Barnes. Ingles defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ingles against Barnes. Excellent D there from Ingles. The Timberwolves have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the long J.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Toronto leading by 3. Barnes feeling it out a bit. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Yeah, this guy is so key for this team. Barnes with so many valuable minutes night in and night out.
First free throw is good. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Julius Randle's checked in for Minnesota. Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. Barnes against Randle. Lets it fly. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Randle's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, excellent work in pick and roll. Now, Randle looking crafty at creating for himself there.
Ingram against McDaniels. Hurdle with a screen on McDaniels. And here's Ingram outside. And they'll get another chance. Inside. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, exceptional job. Barnes just diving towards the open area off the pick.
Now Edwards. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Shooting 2.
Throw good, Edwards.
Well, you can tell this team looks to Anthony Edwards to set the tone on the floor. His intensity becomes their intensity, and let me tell you, his intensity is always high.
And both free throws good for Edwards.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Randle, the pass to DiVincenzo. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Dick. And that one's good. Edwards has got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
And ladies and gentlemen, there's no wet spot out there. He was just broken down.
Yeah, you don't see guys weak-legged like that very often. We'll be seeing that play for weeks to come. Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
On the wing, Alexander Walker, covered by Ingram. Pass to DiVincenzo. Edwards for 3. Quickly with a rebound.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Barnes. That shot off. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. Randle with it. Now Quickly defending. Right side Edwards. Outside, DiVincenzo. Hits a three-pointer.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Reed's checked in for Garza. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. So it's Toronto now. Down low. Here's Pirtle. Nails the baby hook.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Timberwolves trail by 5. To the left wing. For 3, Randall. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Oh, a rugged competitor. Randall's teammates trust his ability to make plays in big moments.
Quickly against DiVincenzo. Here's Ingram. And it's Toronto with another.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Minnesota has gone 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. DiVincenzo against Quickly. DiVincenzo, the pass to Randall. No good from outside. And so Quickly will bring it up for Toronto. They lead by 4. Pass to Barnes. Outside Dick. Pirtle with a screen on Edwards. 6 on the shot clock from 8 feet. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. 1:36 left in the 4th. Randall, the pass to DiVincenzo. Launches it. That won't go either for Randall.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Edwards for 3. Edwards punishing him from the corner.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
Barnes with a screen on DiVincenzo. Takes a 13-footer, and it's Quickly with a miss.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
And we've seen Edwards grow a lot in the past few years. He has a great understanding of how to put defenders in tough spots.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2 here. Some changes for Minnesota. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker, and Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. And both free throws good for Edwards.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
Ingram against McDaniels.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
36 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. And here's Edwards outside. He connects! Oh, an enormous three-pointer!
Wow, these are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
Ingram against McDaniels. The three from Barnes. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Dick. It's Edwards on the wing. Take the lead. Missed it. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with McDaniels. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The shot by Ingram, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now here's Edwards, guarded by Dick. Edwards finishes strong against the D.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Quickly passes to Ingram. The three is up. Dick gets the bucket.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
The Timberwolves trail. And here's Conley, outside McDaniels. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. McDaniels got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Quickly passes to Pirtle. Outside Dick. Pass to Barnes. Lets the three fly. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 9 rebounds now. Now here's Conley. Outside McDaniels. Edwards for 3. Rebounded by Ingram. Toronto has gotten 1 of 3 shots to fall from deep in OT to the paint. And it's quickly with a miss. And so Conley will bring it up for the Timberwolves. 2-point game. Randle outside. With the teardrop. Pirtle with some nice D. The Raptors have gone only 1 for 4 in OT so far. Down low. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Yeah, passing is a real skill of Barnes. He will make smart choices with the ball.
Outside Conley. Pass to Edwards. Fires the 3. Pirtle grabs a miss. The Raptors have gone 2 for 5 here in OT. McDaniels against Ingram. Over McDaniels. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Just over 2.5 minutes in OT in this exciting contest. Conley passes to Randle. Shoots over Barnes. Minnesota again missing. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
The shot by Ingram, no good. Timberwolves shooting 46%, a decent average so far.
Well, it's so difficult to outsmart Edwards as a defender. He'll just come right into you.
Gives him a lead. He's He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
Here's Ingram. Oh, it falls!
Well, I can tell you, in moments like this, Ingram wants the ball in his hands, and he can deliver.
McDaniels finds Edwards. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
And it would be smart to go for a 2-for-1 right now.
Dick, the pass to Ingram. McDaniels with the rebound. And now we've got an intentional foul. He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Question is, now can they protect the 3-point lead he's given them?
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
Here's Dick. Outside Ingram. Randall pulls down the board.
He looks fatigued here in OT. Just not able to get it together. Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Quickly outside, fires for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota, and they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
So it's Minnesota picking up the win. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.